Hello MAUSD families. I'm Patrick Reen, Superintendent for MAUSD. All of our staff are back now and have been working really hard to prepare for the reopening of schools on September 8th. These additional days are being put to really good use and plans are coming along really well. In today's reopening video, I'm going to be talking about the health screener that families will be asked to complete, the process that we're going to follow for students who are exposed or are symptomatic of COVID, a reopening plan and a reopening checklist for families, and I also have updates on facilities, childcare, a Mount Abe orientation, student support services, and some student surveys. If you haven't already, you'll soon be receiving a communication from your child's school about the health screener we're going to be asking families to complete before the children leave the home each day. We're only asking you to complete this on days that your child will be physically present at school, not on their remote learning days. The screener will be a fillable form that you can fill out on your desktop, laptop, or mobile device. You're going to be asked to enter your child's name and their temperature that morning. Then you'll be asked about travel, any close contact you've had with anyone that's tested positive, and if your child has any COVID symptoms. If there's no fever or other symptom, and the answer to other questions is no, then your child is okay to attend school in person that day. Otherwise, they need to stay home. The University of Vermont Children's Hospital, the Vermont Child Health Improvement Program, and the Vermont Department of Health recently released a flowchart explaining the steps to follow when someone is exposed to COVID, has COVID symptoms, or has traveled to high-risk areas. The flowchart includes information about when it is safe to return to school, following exposure to a positive COVID test. This flowchart will be used to aid MAUSD leaders in determining how to respond in schools and may be helpful to families as you're all wondering what to do in certain circumstances. You can look for a link to this document in your email. The MAUSD reopening plan provides families with all the information they're going to need to know as we approach reopening for schools on September 8th. This plan is based upon currently available public health information and has the health and safety of our students and our staff at the forefront of all of our decisions. This plan will likely be adjusted as the Vermont Department of Health and the Vermont Agency of Education produces new guidance. You can find a link to the plan on our website, via social media, and it's also been emailed to families. We know there's a lot of information to take in as we approach the start of the school year. So we put together a reopening checklist for families with the hope that you find it a useful tool in keeping track of all that you should know about reopening. This is a companion document to the MAUSD reopening plan, which, as I mentioned, is also being shared with families. You can look for the link to the checklist on our website and social media as well, and it too has been emailed to families. Many people have been reading and talking about the indoor air quality in schools as the reopening of schools approaches. Thanks to the help of a citizen-led HVAC group, several months prior to COVID, MAUSD worked with a contractor to conduct a study of the HVAC systems in all of our school buildings. Thankfully, the report was mostly positive, and we have acted on the recommendations made by the contractor, so our HVAC systems are in really good working condition. Additionally, all MAUSD elementary schools recently had their HVAC ductwork cleaned, which has helped improve the climate in those buildings. As we speak, a Mount Abe crew of duct cleaners is working, which will help improve the climate at Mount Abe as well. We've also made considerable upgrades to the filters that we're using in our HVAC systems to further enhance the quality of air in our buildings. Many other projects are at or nearing completion, in particular at Mount Abe. The locker room renovation project is nearly complete. The new paint, carpet, and chairs in the auditorium are nearly finished, and the new entry to Mount Abe looks amazing and is much more welcoming and accessible to those with mobility challenges. I can't wait for folks to see these in the future, and we'll be working on getting some videos out to help everyone see these new improvements to Mount Abe. We've heard from several people about how important it is to offer an orientation, especially to students entering Mount Abe. I'm happy to inform you that Mount Abe is going to be offering a virtual high school orientation town hall on Tuesday, September 1st, and a virtual middle school orientation town hall on Thursday, September 3rd. Both of these events will take place at 6:30. More details and Zoom links will be sent out later, and they'll be posted online as well. We hope you can make it. Special educators are in the process of contacting families about service plans for students, making sure that students have the support they need to be successful upon return. If you haven't heard from your child's case manager, you will soon be hearing from them before school starts. Plans are in place to open childcare in each of our 5 elementary school locations. And at this time, we have sufficient capacity to meet the need that we've learned through the registration forms that families have filled out. Flyers from principals will be coming out soon, and those flyers will introduce you to the site coordinators at each of those 5 sites. These flyers will have a registration link for those families that still are in need of childcare and haven't yet registered. We do have a little bit of space left, especially at Lincoln, Robinson, and Beeman. So if you are still in need of childcare, please be sure to fill out the form. Last week, a student survey was sent to students at MAUSD, and we really appreciate those who took the time to fill it out. Soon, you're going to be receiving a communication from your elementary school principals about a student survey for elementary students. We are asking that families help the children fill this survey out and submit it. Next week, we're going to be sharing the results from that survey in our weekly video. I hope this video offers a little more clarity as we approach the reopening of schools on September 8th. You can find more information on our website, MAUSD.org, and don't forget you can always email covid.help@mausd.org with any questions that you might have. Thanks for watching, and we'll be back next week with more information.